princess thought hatred was simple until the human ran past her crown, past her guards, past her wounded pride, and lifted the smallest noble child from the burning floor. Princess Elenya Voss had been raised to believe humans hated nobles. Every academy lesson said it. Every court poet repeated it. Every survivor of the border skirmishes swore the same. Humans smiled at workers, traded with miners, drank with soldiers. But when they saw a crest, they remembered taxes, executions, and flags planted over worlds that never asked to be owned. So when the royal transport fell from hyperspace into an ambush, and the bulkhead sealed her inside the nursery wing with 20 noble heirs, Elenya assumed the human bodyguard assigned by treaty would abandon them first. His name was Rowan Hale, former infantry. Tall, scarred, and silent in a gray security coat, he had never bowed correctly, never used her full title unless witnesses demanded it, and once, when a duke called humans useful primitives. Rowan had stared so long that the duke apologized to his own wine cup. Now alarms screamed, the ship rolled, and children cried beneath golden murals. Then the ceiling opened, and all the old stories became useless. A blast door buckled inward, smoke poured through, and Rowan stepped from it with one sleeve on fire. Carrying a maintenance axe and a medical bag in his teeth, he spat the bag into Elenya's hands and said, "Count them." She stared. "What?" "The children, princess. Count them, keep them low." He kicked over a marble cradle as cover while pulse rounds shattered the wall. 3 masked attackers moved beyond the smoke, aiming not at Elenya, but at the heirs. Every small body that could inherit a province, sign a treaty, or become a hostage. Rowan fired twice, dropped one attacker, then dragged a crying boy from beneath a fallen statue. The boy wore Duke Selvar's emerald sash, and Selvar had voted against human relief aid for 12 years. Elenya shouted, "Leave him. Take the ones near the exit." Rowan looked back, furious. He is nearest death that makes him first. That was when the princess realized his loyalty did not obey rank. Gravity failed. Children floated upward, screaming. Rowan launched through the air, caught the youngest girl by her ankle before she drifted into exposed wiring, and slammed his shoulder into the wall to shield her from sparks. When gravity returned, he hit the floor hard enough to cough blood. Elenya dropped beside him. "Why save her? She is house for. They called your colonies parasites." Rowan pushed the girl into her arms. Then they were wrong while alive. And she is still a child. The corridor beyond was fire. Escape pods were 2 compartments away. Elenya had command codes and a jeweled sidearm she had fired only in ceremonies. Rowan had burns, a cracked rib, and a human belief that impossible was usually a scheduling problem. He moved the children by simple rules. Smallest first, injured next. Anyone who could walk carried someone who could not. Houses did not matter. Old insults did not matter. Rings, sashes, and bloodlines became labels on luggage while Rowan turned the nursery into an evacuation machine. Outside the door, the assassins regrouped, and childhood became the battlefield. He tore down velvet curtains, soaked them with emergency foam, wrapped children in them, and sent them crawling under smoke when Lord Remmick's son refused to crawl beside a servant child. Rowan lifted him by the collar and said, "Breathe the same air, or die with your manners," the boy crawled. A pulse round struck the mural above Elenya. Rowan shoved her down. "I can fight," she said. "Good," he answered. "Fight by counting," so she counted, voice shaking first. Then steadier, 1 through 20, names, wounds, houses, fears. She held Duke Selvar's son while he sobbed, promised the Vor girl that her mother would see her again, and noticed Rowan never asked which children mattered most. 2 escape pods launched, smoke thickened. Attackers cut through the bay door, and Elenya grabbed Rowan's arm. "The heir of House Marcon is still inside. If we save him, his family may stop the attack." Rowan pointed to a small figure trapped beneath collapsed plating. "Not Marcan, not powerful, only a cousin's daughter from a poor moon court. Barely 6 years old, youngest first," he said. The princess heard the universe split between politics and mercy, Every instinct trained by diplomacy screamed strategy. Save the useful child. Save the treaty child. But Rowan was already running into fire. A beam fell behind him. He dropped to his knees. Dug under metal with bare hands, took the axe from Alanya, chopped through a support cable. Sparks crawling over his back, then pulled the girl free. The child was not breathing. Rowan breathed into her mouth, pressed her tiny chest, and whispered, "Come on, little star." Not here, not today, assassins entered. Alanya fired until the sidearm was empty. One attacker fell. The third aimed at Rowan's back. Alanya threw the jeweled gun. It struck his mask. Just long enough for Rowan to roll, draw a hidden blade, and end him. The child coughed. In that cough, an empire changed its mind about one human. The last pod would hold 5. There were 6 left. Alanya counted and understood. Rohan lifted the children inside, then pushed her toward the hatch. "No," she said. "Princesses do not get special math," Rowan replied, "but living witnesses do. You saved them because of me." He shook his head. "I saved them because someone forgot they were more than banners." The hatch closed while Alanya shouted his name. Through the window, she saw him turn back toward the corridor. Where more assassins came through smoke, he stood alone, burned, smiling like a man who had kept his promise long enough. Rescue teams found him 12 minutes later, not dead. Though human stubbornness had clearly committed treason against biology, 5 assassins lay around him. The axe was broken. The nursery door sealed from his side. In the medical bay, he opened one swollen eye and said, "Did you count them? All 20? She whispered. "All alive, good." She sat beside him, ashamed in ways protocol had no words for. "I thought you hated nobles," Rowan breathed slowly. "I hate what nobles do when they forget people are people. And children are the easiest part to remember." Years later, when Princess Alanya took the throne, her first law bore no royal crest. Only a human sentence: youngest first, injured next, titles never.